Thank you, French. Much shalom. Greetings to you all. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I imagine we're all feeling that we are in the dog days of summer, when the sultry heat keeps you inside in air-conditioned comfort so that you can sooner or later complain that it is too cold and summer is too short. I guess you could please some of the people some of the time. All of the people none of the time. And none of the people when it comes to the weather. And for those who thought it was so named because it was so hot that your dog would just lie around, well, it is not. It is named for the star Sirius, as in the satellite radio system, in the constellation of Canis Major, which was viewed as the dog's nose. And yes, it is so hot. My dogs do not like to go out in this heat. In fact, one of them loves swimming and often sneaks off to a neighbor's pool and does laps. Well, friends, last week marked a day of mourning. It was a tough week for people. And this week marks a day of love, a festival of love, the 15th of Av, a great holiday. And I can't think of a better thing to honor than love. Many believe it's a fairly new holiday, but in fact, it is one of the oldest holidays from when the Promised Land was settled. It had simply fallen into disuse for quite a while. And every time this holiday rolls around, I start humming that great 1978 classic, Love is in the Air by John Paul Young. Love is in the air everywhere I look around. Love is in the air, every sight and every sound. Who would not want that? It is a festival of hugs, my friends. It is now the most popular and the most difficult day to book a wedding in the Hebrew calendar. Now, just like some North Americans register their kids for school practically on the day they are born, some try to book this date for a wedding well in advance. Hey, you can always get a bride or groom, but you might not get the date. Now, last week I quoted Ain't Talking, which said prayer has the power to heal, and it does. But what has greater power to heal, my friends, is love. Love has the power to heal. Love can do more than heal. Love can move mountains and traverse space and time. I remember the great Dick Shawn as Lorenzo St. Dubois, LSD, singing the song Love Power in the original producers. Love Power. I'm talking about love power. The power of a sweet flower is going to rule the earth, and there'll be a great rebirth. Well, that was the 60s. I don't know about you, but I am still waiting on that great rebirth. Maybe next week. You see, sometimes people get confounded because they think they do not know how to pray. They don't see the instant results. And I often teach a class in meditation, and I'm always surprised at how many people think they can't meditate. Well, if anything, never forget. Thoughts are things. So what you think you believe, what you think is your reality. And so it may be more difficult for you to think you can pray, but everyone can love. So those who are not sure if they can pray for healing, feel and send love. Let us all send prayers and love for healing for Linda. Speedy recovery, a return to spirit, a return to the fullness of life. And Ken's little girl Ginger, first of a series of surgeries. It is due for a series of skin grafts after a brutal attack, being in the wrong place at the wrong time. We wish her the speediest recovery. And sad news came from Catherine this week, who lost her great friend Tazra, but got to hold her in her arms to say goodbye. A week of mourning from a bad day last week, friends. You know, and who wouldn't want to go out in the arms of love? So good for you, Catherine, that you were with Tazra at the end. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, there's no one there to dry your tears. I could hold you for 1,000,000 years to make you feel my love. I would love to go out in the arms of love. Friends, take the time. Take the chance to speak to and with the ones you love. You never know when you might simply be giving or getting a message. Love me do. You know I love you. I'll always be true, so please love me do. The holes that form when we lose someone we are that close to sometimes can take lifetimes to close. Let us pray for them. Let us send them our love. Well, this week, we really get into Moses' farewell address as he begs God for another chance. Friends, this is Va'et Hanan, and I implored. As I said, Moses begs God for another chance. If you were just a minute to breathe, they granted you one final wish. Would you ask for something like another chance? I think most would. So why should Moses be different? Well, he's not. Unfortunately, God says no. That's it for the imploring, my friends. That itself makes a fantastic topic to spend this week on. Every time Moses implored for the people, God acquiesced. Even when Abraham implored for Sodom and Gomorrah, God acquiesced. Why now does God say no to Moses? What a great topic. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one, my friends. Maybe we'll address it next time. This week, though, I want to address something else. Two amazing things are read. And if you had nothing else of the Torah, if this few pages were all that existed for you, you would have it all. And yes, I have said that before, and I meant it then, and I mean it now. There are two things in this small parsha that are all you need. The Ten Commandments, they're repeated, and the great Hebrew Catechism that became the cornerstone, not just of Judaism, but of all the great monotheistic peoples and religions of the world. What we call the Shema. Listen. The affirmation of the wholeness and singularity of the source of all. And why shouldn't the most important prayer be called listen and come to us in the books of words? Now, when you get a chance, read the section of the Ten Commandments like a Where's Waldo, if they still have Where's Waldo, and see how many changes you can spot. You'll find it in Deuteronomy 5, where the recap resides. No other gods before my face, no statues of what is above, on, or below. No bringing up God's name in a lie. Obey Sabbath. Honor your father and mother. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not testify against your neighbor as a false witness, and you shall not covet anything that your neighbor has. There you go, friends, all 10 of them in under 30 seconds. Spot the differences. But keep in mind, this is your blueprint for how to live life. And amid this entire reminder comes a crucial phrase. In fact, I suggest it is one of the most essential laws you will ever come across in the Torah or anywhere else, and it can be found in Deuteronomy 4:2. You shall not add onto the thing that I command you, and you shall not subtract from it, observing the commandments of Adonai your God that I command you. You shall not add and you shall not subtract. Wow. Unfortunately, my friends, there's been too much adding and too much subtracting over the years. So for many, the laws have changed, such that some can argue the ultra-conservative and orthodox, you got the, on the one hand, and the ultra-reform on the other, are equally guilty. Adding more does not make greater piety. The commands of God fall into various categories, but they are tied to two things more than anything else to help guide you. First, your intent, your kavanah. It truly does govern everything you do in the spirit of religious observance that you bring. And second, the two key themes of this parsha. There is only one God for all, and you must love. Now, one must therefore use extreme caution in interpreting and expanding the laws in the Torah. And this is sometimes a delicate task. Law is presented in the Torah as divine, but it requires human strength and wisdom to carry it out. So I don't have an answer for you. Do your best. The Lord spoke these words to your entire community at the mountain from inside the fire, the cloud, and the nimbus, a powerful voice, and he did not add, and he wrote them on 2 tablets of stone and gave them to me. Friends, for over 2 millennia, Jews have struggled with the matter of additions to the law. Rabbinites, Korahites, Orthodox, Conservative, Conservadox, and Reformed Jews have all differed over the limits of the law and over where Jews have gone too far in adding to it and too far in subtracting from it. If you have doubts about what to do, understand this. Moses says the covenant that God made with man was the Ten Commandments. They are the essence of the covenant itself. They are your rules to live life by. Follow them and you cannot go wrong. Make it simple. And the other piece I want to mention is what became the cornerstone of monotheistic faith and is the one prayer that everyone who's Jewish knows. We call it the Shema. Listen, hear. We know how it is said and how it is translated, but it might have been a little different in its biblical Hebrew origins to biblical man. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 6 words, short and sweet and jam-packed with possibilities, and the words themselves have slightly different meanings, like Echad generally translates as one, but can be translated also as alone. Now, it's usually translated as, Hear, O Israel, the Lord is God, the Lord is one. And maybe sometimes as, Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. Now, like I say, if you know no other prayer, the odds are very good you know this one, and you know it in both its Hebrew and in its English. But of course, 2 of the words have been changed, and we do not say it. That is, we do not say this how it was written. You see, it does not say the Lord. It says Yahweh. The third person verb which God told us was his name, meaning he who caused to be. Go back to Exodus. Never said in our times, because when we come across that word, we say Adonai or the Lord. And so a biblical man might have heard, listen, Israel, he who caused to be is God. He who caused to be alone. What a statement. What a testament to monotheism with the commandment that necessarily precedes all others. Listen. Maybe we need to listen a little more carefully. And remember, friends, Israel is not a place. It wasn't a geographical location. It was a name for all who wrestle with God. And so this statement is addressed to everyone who wrestles with God. And that includes just about everybody I know at one point or another in their lives. It is a reminder. Listen, you who wrestle with God. He who caused to be is God. He who caused to be alone. A gentle reminder for anyone of any faith. The world is sacred, my friends, and so is everything in it. Express your gratitude. Friends, light a candle, make a wish. Celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free, and honor your freedom. Be well, be happy, and be blessed. Share and honor the light in all who live in the light and continue to shine. Continue to send everyone you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everyone, and end to terror and hatred. As Stevie Winwood said in Let Me Make Something in Your Life, sometimes it's hard to express what you feel while trying to say the things that are real. I don't want to fight, for fighting just brings pain. Just want to hold you in my loving arms again. Remember, friends, we are a community. We learn together. We celebrate each other. We love each other. We share this ride together, men and women equally. Get well, Linda. Get well, Ginger. Let's mend that broken heart, Catherine. Let us send out love. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Fall in love, friends. It is the great gamble worth taking. Enjoy the world. Enjoy the festival of love. Take a dance with the gingerbread man. Thank you all. Love you. See you all next time. And I do love seeing you again. And remember, your wishes do come true. Listen. Do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Closer. Let me whisper in your ear. Say the words you long to hear. I'm in love with you. A song with both lessons in this week's show. A command to listen and a statement about love. Thank you, John, Paul, George, and Ringo. Thank you all. Bless you. Shabbat Shalom. It's always been a pleasure to see you. I love seeing you all. Take care. Have a fantastic week. Celebrate the festival of love. Take care. Bye.